Namaste everyone. Thank you for joining in yet another video with our guest, Guruji Chidakasha Bhairava. And today we'll be speaking on one of Guruji's most favorite topics, the Naga Devatas. And Guruji had already made a Facebook post regarding this, and our questions are ready. But before we take them, I would just request Guruji to give an introduction on Nagaraja and the Naga Devatas.
Namah Shivaya. See, I don't know where to start with, but Naga Devatas are nothing but a Trimurti Swarupa. As simple as to tell. I don't know, I have no words, so if you could please ask me questions.
Okay.
But one thing what I can tell is Naga Devatas can even bring back a dead one.
Okay.
There is nothing like Naga Devatas cannot do. They are the embodiment of Bhakta. They are the embodiment of Tapas. It is said this, even now Adisheshan is doing Tapas in the sky.
Okay.
That is why instead of Adisheshan, we will bring Anantan. Anantan is nothing but Mahavishnu himself. So Adisheshan has done Tapas in the sky without food and water. Almost he has turned to a mere skeleton. Only then Swami came and just, okay, you reside with me itself. Adisheshan very clearly said, Swami, I want to be with you all the time. I don't want all these things. Only he became the asana for Mahavishnu. Wherein this Adishesha is nothing but the Amsha of Anantanaga. Anantan is nothing but Mahavishnu only, which we call cosmic serpent. In modern terminology, cosmic serpent. Is in the Shariram of Anantan, all creation, this preservation and destruction happens.
Okay.
So, Swami will allow himself to get disturbed, but Swami won't allow his bhakta to get disturbed. Anyways, Swami would have thought, Adishesha, you are my Amsha only. So even for puja, I will go. You don't want to go, you stay with me itself. On behalf of you, I will go take all the oblations and then I will bless your devotees, kind of. So, more than this, what to tell? Their bhakti.
Right. Actually, Naga worship is quite distorted in the context of modern spirituality, which we have often spoken out against. I mean, the Nagas are shown as villainous characters, but there is more to the Nagas, as Guruji says. Okay, now we'll come to the questions. So the first question, Guruji, who are the principal deities within the Naga Devata Sampradaya?
Only Nagas only.
Okay.
In the entire Naga Vidya, there is only Nagas. And one Amba will come, who is called Vainateyakshi. It is in front of Vainateyakshi, all the Nagas will dance mesmerizingly. I mean, the eyes of Vainateyakshi will mesmerize all the Nagas and they will forget themselves and they will dance in front of Vainateyakshi. So, apart from the Nagas, only Vainateyakshi, that Amba is worshipped. Otherwise, only Nagas. There are no Swamis associated.
Okay. And the serpent is often associated with Kundalini Shakti. I mean, the Kundalini is depicted as a coiled serpent in, when we see the depictions, Kundalini is always depicted as a coiled serpent sleeping on the tailbone. So what is the relationship? Is there any relationship between the Naga Devatas and Kundalini Shakti, or this is just a myth which has been cooked up in the recent times?
No. They all have a thorough link. See, you know what? Trimurtis carry one Atma. Though it is said Brahmadeva does creation, technically it is Shiva who does creation. Technically it is Shiva. So, with the help of Brahmadeva. Though it is said, you know what, Mahavishnu protects, it is Mahavishnu only protects through Brahma and Shiva. And when it comes to destroy, again all three will do. They all three forms, in essence, they are one only. The same way our Atma also has got the Chaitanya of Trimurti. The
Mm-hmm.
same way is Nagas also, Nagas are nothing but the unified form of Trimurti only.
Mm-hmm.
So if you take, you would have heard Ichadari Nagas.
Mm.
The movies and all those things, it is shown it will take a form and it will come kind of.
Mm-hmm.
But generally they will tell Ichadari Nagas will take form of anything and then they will come kind of. But no, they will take only the form of humans, either man or a woman. Why? Because we ourselves are nothing but the Naga Shakti only.
Mm.
Our Atman is nothing but the Swarupam of Trimurti, and so indirectly we are Naga Shaktis. So that Naga Shakti is what is Kundalini, and the size of the Kundalini differs for each and everyone. It is not the standard one. We
Okay.
not tell in the studio spirituality like this.
Right.
So the size of Kundalini differs, and Kundalini is Naga Shakti only.
Mm-hmm.
The same,
Okay.
that is why, see, this question was put up very beautifully. The Nagas have 7 type of movements. Okay.
Mm.
Kundalini also has those 7 type of movements.
Mm-hmm.
Like Bhujaga, Bhujanga, Bhujangama, then Jihana, Pannaka, Uraga, and Bogin. These are the 7 movements of Nagas. And Kundalini also moves in our Sharira in either of these ways only.
Okay.
For which Ramakrishna, when he has experienced the Kundalini, he has undergone the movement of Jihana.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
So Kundalini is Naga only, Naga Shuddhi only.
Okay. Okay. Uh, Guruji, Manasa Devi is a very popular goddess in Assam as well as in Bengal. So she is said to be the mother of Astika. I mean, what is the connection of Devi Manasa with the Nagas, or is she one of them?
Ah,
Yeah, what I'm trying to say, is there any connection between Devi Manasa and the Nagas, and what is the significance of Manasa Devi in the context of her worship in parts of Assam and Bengal?
see, here in South India, we don't worship Manasa Devi. But we consider Manasa Devi is the sister of Nagaraja Vasuki.
Okay.
But in our thing, we focus more on Naga Chamunda, Naga Yakshi kind of. We don't exclusively worship Manasa Devi, yeah, like North Indians. North Indians don't worship other form of any Naga Devatas except Manasa Devi.
Hmm. Hmm.
We worship Astigan also. We worship Astigan. But our connection to Manasa Amba is quite lesser.
Right. Right. Uh, you mentioned about the Naga Yakshinis, Guruji. So, who are the Naga Yakshinis basically?
There are no Naga Yakshinis. It is only one number who is called Naga Yakshini.
Okay. Okay.
It is the Shakti of Nagaraja.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So this Naga Yakshi is also called as Ahi Yakshi. Ahi means Naga.
Mm-hmm.
So Ahi Yakshi, Naga Yakshi, both are one. He is the Shakti of Vasuki Nagaraja.
Okay.
She will
Uh,
remain bedecked with all jewels, everything, and she looks no different from the Amba herself in beauty and Chaitanya.
mm-hmm.
And also with Angalakshanas.
Okay. Uh, is there any difference between the Naga Devatas and the Sarpa Devatas, Guruji?
I don't know because Nagas and Sarpas are one and the same. As far as I have learned, one and the same.
Mm-hmm.
People started asking me this question. My guru was not there to ask him and get the answer from him.
Okay. Okay.
But I couldn't find any difference. Let it be of Sarpa Gayatri, let it be of Naga Gayatri. I couldn't find a difference between Sarpa Devata and Naga Devatas, because when we do Sarpa Bali, we invoke every Naga Kumaras, every Nagini, every Naga Kanya, then all the Nagas, everybody we will invoke. So in the whenever I talk from the Puja Paddhati only. There are no stories, no mantra Mahodadi, nothing.
Okay.
In Puja, there are no any Sarpa Devatas, it is all Naga Devatas only.
Okay, Guruji. Uh, I mean, is there any relationship between the Navagrahas and the Navanagas, Guruji?
Yes. Anantan is linked to Adityan, Vasuki is linked to Chandran, Takshakan is linked to Ankarakan, then Karkotakan is linked to Budan, then Batman is linked to Brihaspati Bhagavan, Mahabatman is linked to Shukra Bhagavan, then Shankar is linked with Shani Bhagavan, then Pulikanaka is linked with Rahu Ketu Bhagavan. So that is why when we chant, when we worship Naga Devatas, no, we get all the blessings of Navagrahas. The very unfortunate thing now, what is happening is, you are an astrologer. You yourself know in astrology, nowhere it is said, if you worship Bhairava or Hadamar, Shani Bhagavan will come like this and he will not do anything during your Shani Dasha or Shani. Nowhere in Jyotish Shastra it is said, if you worship Durga Devi, Rahu Bhagavan will stand in front of you like this, he will not do you anything because you get supreme protection of Durga kind of. These are all nonsense.
Right.
Navagrahas are our judges. Whatever that we do, both good and bad, we get from the Navagrahas only. That is why in South India, when you enter temple, Navagrahas will be there in the first. Why means, first you do the pradakshina of Navagrahas because they are your immediate authorities. Then you go to Amba kind of. But here we are all educated and we even judge Bhairava or Veerabhadra or Kalika or Shri Vidya kind of. So we least bother Navagrahas, we go, Navagrahas. I go, Shiva is my father, Amba is my father, kind of. So everything is distorted, and then when people go through, see, you are a Jyotishan, you know, we cannot even call Angarakan or Shani. It is Angaraka Bhagavan, Shani Bhagavan, Bhagavan, Chandra Bhagavan, Surya Bhagavan. These are all the basic principles of astrology. Even the astrologers are not following, and how can we tell these people like you have to follow this? So that is why when we worship Nagas, we get the grace of Navagrahas also.
Okay. Okay. What is the real? I mean, how can Rahu and Ketu be linked with the Naga Devatas? Because Rahu Bhagwan and Ketu Bhagwan, they are very much feared because one gives illusions and the other, just cuts us from everything. So, how is the symbolism of the Naga Devatas related to Rahu Bhagwan and Ketu Bhagwan? I mean, the nodes in Vedic astrology.
See, you take any Naga, okay. Have you noticed the photos of our Sarpabali? Okay, there you could find, I will light one lamp on the head of Naga and one lamp on the tail of Naga, apart from 4 lamps or 6 lamps. That lamp that is on the head is nothing but Rahu Bhagavan. The lamp that is in the tail is Ketu Bhagavan. So when we worship Naga, automatically we are worshipping Rahu Bhagavan and Ketu Bhagavan is point 1. So during Sarpabali, we 100% have to worship Rahu Bhagavan and Ketu Bhagavan.
Okay.
Pulikanagam. Pulikanagam in text wise. In text, see, it is very fortunate that Naga Vidyas are not available in text. Like Vijnana Bhairavam or Mantra Mahodadi or Kulachudamani Tantram or Kularnava Tantram, which one? Any Tantram. Naga Vidyas are not there. That is the only reason our people can never tell anything about the Naga Vidyas apart from generalized talks on Nagas. Has to come through parampara only. Only if a man has learnt only, he will be able to know. So while in general assumption and in one shloka, even in that shloka, Kulikanagam is nowhere linked with Kshudrana. Though Kulikanagam is nothing but the son of Shanishchara, Kulikanagam falls under Brahmana Kulanagam.
Okay.
So that is why the Preta dosha and the Pitur dosha are all will be traced out from the placement of, majorly from the placement of Rahu Ketu Grahas. So the Preta Shapa and all can be analyzed through Ketu Bhagavan. Also Shani Bhagavan. So that is why for Rahu Ketu, it is always Kulika Bhagavan who takes the form of Rahu Ketu. So when Kulika Bhagavan is when Kulika Nagam is pleased, Rahu Ketu Bhagavan is pleased. Why? Because Kulika Nagam is Brahmana Nagam. Only a Brahmana can help others come out of curses, not the other. That is why if somebody has a Preta dosha, we will be worshipping Kulika Nagam.
Okay. Okay. So Guruji, one of the most feared curses in astrology is the Nagadosha. I mean, a lot of people are conned. Obviously, they are made fools when the astrologers say Nagadosha or Sarpadosha. What exactly is Nagadosha, and how people get it, and what are the symptoms of Nagadosha? So three questions in one.
Okay. See, not only in society, nobody will wish Happy Men's Day. Okay. Swami Sharanam. Even in Vidyas, a man how he will look with Nagadosha has not been told. How a woman will look if she has a Nagadosha has been told. She will look lean. Second, she will feel sleepy. She will feel tired. Again, it's based on Rahu Ketu dosha. If her Nagadosha is based on Rahu Bhagavan, her Ranga is different, and if Nagadosha is based on Ketu Bhagavan, her Ranga is different. If it is a Kala Sarpadosha, Ranga is different. But again, they have told only for women, not for men. So only for women it is told. And you are a Jyotisha, you know how Kala Sarpadosham is coming. So what shall I tell? You have to tell here. For that question, you can answer here.
No, I mean, in case of Kala Sarpa dosha, I mean, is there any relief mentioned in the Shastras, Guruji? I mean, astrologers will always give a general remedy, you do this, you do that, but obviously that does not work. So for Sarpa dosha or for Naga dosha, what are the things that people can do as a common person who has no knowledge of maybe astrology or tantra?
See, Devarshi ji, people only when they struck up with marriage or though they have talent, when they get opportunities, but yet when they cannot fructify the opportunities or when they lack progeny, only then, you know what, in most of the cases, this Nagadosha is, see, at the end of the day, it is not the Jyotishan who is telling Jyotisham. It is Jyotisham that is speaking through Jyotisham. That is why even if two Jyotishas are equally knowledgeable, when you look at the Jataka, one may miss and one may catch. Because Jyotish Shastra has decided to speak through that person, not through this person. Carrier, at the end of the day, Jyotisha is a mere carrier. So when it comes to Nagadosha, normally see, Tantrika can become a Jyotisha because Jyotisham is a part and parcel of Tantrika Vidya. Even you take Naga Vidya, there is a particular Jyotisha Vidya called Naga Prashna is there within the Naga Vidya. But not all Jyotisha will become a Tantrika or a Mantrika. Jyotisham is separate, Tantra Vidya is separate. In Tantra Vidya, Jyotisham is an allied subject kind of.
Right.
But in Jyotisha, Tantrika is nowhere included. It is purely Jyotisha only.
Mm-hmm.
Wherein these people have been told, like, you do this puja in such and such a temple, that's all. Nagadosha, you will get cured of Nagadosha, then everything you get. But no, if we are born with 4 fingers, till lifelong we will be having only 4 fingers. So, when people have Nagadosha, a Tivra Nagadosha in their Jataka, in every transformation of their life, first is college, second is employment, third is marriage, fourth is progeny. So in their life, they have to do 4 Sarpabalis mandatorily. For fifth, it is career growth. Career growth is optional, but these 4 are the major transitions in a man's life. If he does Sarpabali in all the 4 transitions and if he constantly worships Naga Devata, no. More than a Shuddha Jataka, this Jataka will shine brightly. This Jataka will reach heights in a very short period. That is Naga Devatas. Naga Devatas can even lift one from Patala Loka to Brahma Loka in a swift way. So whoever has Nagadosha, 100% they have to worship Naga Devatas until their life ends. It is not like Sarpa Bali I did, that's all. Sarpa Shanti I did, that's all. Sarpa Havana I did, that's all. There's no that's all here. They have to worship. In fact, they are the only people who are getting the chance to worship Naga Devatas to get their Karuna for a very brightful life more than they can imagine.
Okay. Okay. So Guruji, is there any, is there anything specific related to Naga worship that people can do with their Bhakti Bhava, or, is initiation or Diksha absolutely necessary for this?
If ever you want to do Upasana or Sadhana, 100% proper Diksha is necessary. Somebody told me like he did years and years of practice under various high profile digital gurus. And then he told me he has got the Diksha online during the Corona period. If husband and wife stay separately during Corona period, they speak through web camera. Can they beget a child? I simply responded to him. Though you have all the degrees from various big universities, still you lack common sense. So definitely I won't teach you. This Sahasranama Sadhana, this Nama Sadhana are all humbugs. So these are all just a man-made thing to make people who cannot afford gold. You are giving them a copper ring and telling this is gold, this is gold, this is gold. Till this is gold, it will become gold one day. Those kind of things, these are all modern spiritual marketing. If somebody wants to learn Vidya properly, according to Mantra Tantra Shastra, they require Diksha. Even in Vaishnava Sampradaya, if you want to worship Shaligrama, they will be giving you Diksha. Only then you can do Shaligrama Puja.
Right.
Without that Samasana Diksha, one cannot get into Shaligrama Puja. So for everything, a proper is required. Can one wear white coat and get into surgical theatre? But in spirituality, they can do any nonsense. With Bhakti Bhava, chanting stotras or chanting just the Nama like this modern movement, that has got nothing required. But still, that too, we cannot tell Om Karteriyai Namaha, Om Karteriyai Namaha. This is just a Nama Japa I am doing. Om Karteriyai Namaha, Om Karteriyai Namaha. Or you cannot, this is just a Nama Japa. Om Chitteriyai Namaha, Om Chitteriyai Namaha. Or Om Dakinyai Namaha, Dakinyai Namaha. Om Pudinyai Namaha, Pudinyai Namaha, Pudinyai Namaha. Or Om Betalyai Namaha, Betalyai Namaha. This is just Nama Japa. Anyone can do. Om Betalyai Namaha, Om Betalyai Namaha, Om Betalyai. All these will bring destroy only. These bring devastations. The same way when it comes to Naga Devatas also. When you even say Om Nagarajaya Namaha, Om Nagarajaya Namaha, Om Nagarajaya Namaha, still there are conditions that are applied. To tell Om Nagarajaya Namaha, one doesn't want the Diksha. But one should know when to chant and how to chant. No, they cannot rely on internet, as internet is gutter.
Right.
So Diksha is 100% necessary. Even if they chant normal shlokas also, they should know the proper guidelines how to do. Else, these things will backfire. If you chant Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Sharavana Bhava, these things don't hit you back. But Om Kalyai Namaha, Om Bhairavaya Namaha, Om Dhumavatiyai Namaha, Om Vetalyai Namaha, all these will hit back tremendously. That is why if you notice these people, they can never understand they are doing wrong. Because they are getting the Chaitanya of Rakshasa. They will call even Rishi Munis fool. Even if they read Adi Shankara book telling this must not be done, they will tell what Adi Shankara knows. He doesn't know anything. These are all Rakshasa Chaitanya. This will affect their life. This will affect people who are associated with them also. So even if somebody wants to do just because I worship Naga Devatas, just because I do a lot of Naga Pujas, just because I know Naga Vidyas, it is all because I know Naga Vidyas. I know how to worship Naga Devatas. I know Naga Vidyas. I will never tell anybody chant Om Naga Devataya Namaha or Om Nagarajaya Namaha or Om Nagayakshiyai Namaha. Anytime in a way you want, this is just Nama Japa, this won't do you anything, it will bring you good only, I will not tell them. Why I am elaborating? Because they cannot buy if we tell in one word. Even after explanation, 99 people cannot understand. At least one will understand, no?
Right. Right.
So we don't want those 99. That one is enough.
Right. Where is the Naga Loka located, Guruji? Is it within the earth, as many people say, or is it somewhere else?
So Naga Devatas reside in, first of all, according to higher level Naga Vidyas, Naga Devatas reside from Patala Loka till Brahma Loka.
Okay.
But when we do rituals in Advaita Bhava, see, every Vidya will have both Vaita and Advaita Bhava, no? In Advaita Bhava, Naga Devatas reside from Patala Loka till Brahma Loka. In Vaita Bhava, Naga Devatas reside from Talatala Loka. So Talatala, Mahatala, Patala. On all the three lokas, Naga Devatas reside.
Okay.
Anantan resides in Patala Loka. Vasuki resides in Talatala Loka. Vasuki is Nagaraja. So Shankapalan resides in Talatala Loka. Kambalan resides in Mahatala Loka. Ashwataran resides in Ashwatara, Devadatta are all in Talatala Loka. So in all the three lokas, Talatala, Mahatala, Patala, Naga Devatas will come. And it is said they all have Krura Rupas. Nobody has Shanta Swarupa. So that is why Om Nagarajaya Namaha has a specific rule. Like Om Kalyai Namaha, Bhairavaya Namaha, kind of. Those Nama Japas are all not approved by our Acharyas. I don't know about the text and modern interpretations. No Acharyas have guided us to do all. Acharyas have always told to tell Om Ganapatiye Namaha, Om Sharavana Bhava, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. These chants falls under Nama Japa, not anything else.
Right. Right. Okay, Guruji, since you mentioned about Ganapati, is there any relationship between Ganapati and the Naga Devatas?
Ganapati's Putram is Nagaraja Vasuki.
Yes.
And Ganapati, see, Sugrivan, you know, no? Sugrivan has written one Sahasranamam on Uchishta Ganapati. People always go for Guhya, and they want to know the secret. But the essence of Sahasranama of Uchishta Ganapati can be felt in the Sahasranama written by Sugrivan. There he has one Nama. Om Vasuki Priyaya Namaha. So Vasuki is Nagaraja. If Nagaraja himself is Kadisudram, then all his Sena serves Mahaganapati. No.
Hmm.
If I serve my Guru, then you also bound to serve my Guru. No. He is also a Guru for you.
Right.
That is the connection.
Okay. Okay. Uh, Guruji, we often see that Adisesha is depicted with a certain number of hoods. I mean, 5 hoods or 8 hoods. So, is there any significance of those hoods, Guruji?
Yes. Adisheshan has no 5 or 10. Adisheshan has 1,000 hoods.
Okay.
And Vasuki has 800 hoods. Still Vasuki is Nagaraja. Why? I don't know. I haven't asked my Guru, neither he answered me. So why? I don't know. But Adisheshan has the maximum number of hoods, 1,000 hoods. But when we worship, Shilpa Shastram and also Naga Vidyas have very clearly told, just because they have 1,000 hoods, just because you have money, space and everything, you cannot have 1,000 hoods. Just because Nagarajan has 800 hoods, we cannot have 800 hoods. So, for our limited Sharira, for our limited Buddhi, they have reduced their Chaitanya to the extent their number of hoods depends on Sankalpa. For some Sankalpa, one-hooded Naga. For some Sankalpa, two-hooded Naga. For some Sankalpa, three-hooded Naga. For some Sankalpa, five-hooded Naga. For some Sankalpa, eight-hooded Naga. Rarely 10-hooded Naga. That's all. So, the number of hoods depends on the Sankalpa what we have. Even to any Naga you worship, based on the Sankalpa, their hoods, the number of hoods depends on. Namah Shivaya.
Okay. Guruji, what is the significance of Ashlesha Bali? Is it the same as Sarpa Bali?
Ah, Ashlesha Bali, they give Sharpa Bali during Ashlesha Nakshatra. Having Anantan as the Nayaka. Here we do on Bharani Nakshatra, having Vasuki as the Nayaka. Sarpa Bali, Naga Bali, Ashlesha Bali are all one. Only thing is the Nayaka differs. There
Okay.
are sometimes where instead of having Anantan or Vasuki as a Nayaka, we have either Nikumbala as a Nayaki or Durga as a Nayaka or Garudan as a Nayaka or Kalika as a Nayaki or Subramanyar. See, I love Subramanyar. Subramanyar as a Nayaka, sometimes Ganapati as a Nayaka. Again, Sarpabali, you know what? It is all based on the Sankalpa, based on our needs. Either the Swami himself become a Nayaka or one of the Naga Devatas will become a Nayaka. For the previous Nagapanchami Puja, whom we did, Pulikan was the Nayaka. We had
Hmm.
Pulikan as the Nayaka. Since some people came with the Preta Gausha. So, it depends on Sankalpa.
Okay. Uh, is there any special signification for offering milk and turmeric to Naga Devatas? I mean, in the north, people offer milk and bananas. I've not seen turmeric being offered in the north. So, is there any significance here, or any relation, or any connection between milk and turmeric?
No, Devarshi. I mean, I won't tell no. Under Vidyas, nowhere it is said offer milk.
Okay.
Under Vidyas, nowhere it is said offer milk. But we offer along with certain things. We don't simply offer milk. I don't know from where this tradition has come. According to Nagavidya, there is no milk alone. We offer some more things along with the milk. We mix it and then we offer. And turmeric, Naga Devatas will always reside in the place where it gives a beautiful smell. Turmeric is auspicious. Naga Devatas are auspicious Swarupa only. So we
Hmm.
offer turmeric, we offer kumkuma. We offer, mainly they like to receive turmeric and also kumkuma.
Okay. Okay. Hmm. Uh, just brings me to the final question, Guruji. What is the significance of Nagapanchami? I mean, what is so special about Nagapanchami? And is there any other day which is as special as Nagapanchami for worshipping the Nagas?
See, actually, no Tithi is owned by any Swami. Like Amavasya means Pratyangara, Krishnashtami means Bhairava, then Chaturthi means Ganapati, kind of. That means we are limiting Swami to only one particular Tithi. And then the same tongue will call, you know what, that Swami is superior. If Swami occupies only one room in the entire house, then how come he will be the king of the home? If he is a king, he has the, you know what you call, he has to get into any room anytime. Else he is not a king.
Hmm.
So it is the Tithi. It is for the Tithi we worship. When it comes to Amavasya, when we worship Pratyangara during Amavasya, we get certain phalas. When we worship Pratyangara during Paurnami, we get some phala. When we worship Pratyangara during Panchami, we get some phala. When we worship Pratyangara during Krishna Paksha Ashtami, we get some phala. The same for Bhairava, the same for Ganapati, the same for Lalita, the same for almost every Swami. Why Chaturthi alone is peculiar to Ganapati? Because Chaturthi is considered as inauspicious. So Ganapati said, you know what, even Chaturthi we don't have within Panchaparva. Chaturthi is inauspicious. So Ganapati has taken, let me take that inauspicious. That is why even for Chaturthi we worship Ganapati only during Shankarara Chaturthi, Krishna Paksha Chaturthi, not Shukla Paksha Chaturthi. If somebody is worshipping or somebody is telling, then we have got nothing to say. But when it comes to Chaturthi, it is always Krishna Paksha Chaturthi. So that the inauspicious go, because Ganapati has taken this Tithi. Panchami is for all kind of auspiciousness. So Chatrus will go away, poverty will go away, diseases will go away. That is why Varahi is worshipped on Panchami. That is why Nagas are worshipped on Panchami. That is why Garuda Bhagavan is worshipped on Panchami. It is for this Sankalpa. Actually, Nagas has the Didi on Chaturthi only.
Okay.
Because Nagas are Ugra Swarupas. Nagas are considered Vishajantu. So, they have been given the Rikta Tithi only in this month. So, Garuda Bhagavan is considered auspicious. Garuda Bhagavan is nothing but Veda Swarupa, where he carries Amrita. So, if Nagas bite you with their, poison, Garuda Bhagavan will give you his Amrita and save you. That is why Naga Chaturthi, Garuda Panchami. But in practice, these are all Puranas, from the Puranas. Puranas will always, uphold the Purana Nayaka only. But when it comes to Vidyas, Naga Devatas hold Chaturthi, Naga Devatas hold Panchami also. If we want to do Krura Karma to someone, we will worship on Shukla Chaturthi. If we want to help someone to come out of their poverty, we worship on Krishna Panchami. When we worship Nagas on Shukla Chaturthi, we will be worshipping with the poison only. That will affect us also. That will put us into a chronic medical treatment. Because ultimately what we sow, that we reap. When we sow poison, we have to go through the effects of poison is the one such lively example from the Naga Vidya. I still have poison lying in my home for more than 2-3 years now. I think that poison would have got expired now. Still, I couldn't. Okay, this is interview now. Okay.
Okay. One more question, Guruji. What is the significance of the Aslesha Nakshatra? I mean, there are a lot of negative connotations associated with this nakshatra. But if you look at, Sri Lakshman, he was born into Aslesha. And even some people who have achieved great heights, who have given a lot to this world, they have been born under Aslesha. For example, Martin Luther King was born under Aslesha. So what is the significance of this nakshatra? Because a lot of texts, they say that Aslesha is very negative, but it's regarded as a Devata nakshatra anyways.
See, I give you a classic example here. Whether people buy or not, I least bother. You know Sudarshana Bhagavan. Su Darshana. Su means auspicious or beautiful, whichever way, pleasing you can take. Darshana, the one is very pleasing to see. The one is very auspicious to see. The one is very beautiful to see. Sudarshana Bhagavan. Sudarshana Bhagavan's nakshatram is Chitra nakshatra. It is said, if a child born in Chitra nakshatra, his mother will get affected with health issues after her 40s or 50s. And his father will lose, his or her father will lose everything. In fact, he will even face imprisonment. This is there. Chitra nakshatra is the nakshatra of Sudarshana Bhagavan, no? So why these impacts are there? Contrasting. You leave these. You do the upasana of Sudarshana Bhagavan. A man who does Tivra Upasana of Sudarshana Bhagavan gets cancer. Because Sudashna Bhagavan is nothing but, he will help you come out of birth-death cycle. Cancer is one among the disease where that will take away all your dushkarmas as quick as possible. Second, Sudashna Bhagavan will always emit flames. So all our cells will go die. See, the present age, nobody needs to worry because nobody is doing upasana, nobody is doing sadhana, nobody is doing anything. They simply read books, talk or write a blog. That's all it ends. So the present Jana Samuga doesn't want to get disturbed with this fact. It is only for people who practice. That practice and all getting died now. And every upasana will have both good and bad, effects and the effects. This Sudarshana Upasana, when we do, we talk lot of words which others cannot hear. The same goes with Ashlesha Nakshatra also. Why Lakshman has born in Ashlesha Nakshatra? Because he is Adisheshan himself. So he has got his Janana in his Nakshatra. Why he cannot remain separated from Rama? Because he is there in Vaikuntha, or what you call Paramapadam, with Swami himself in Kshetrasagara. So he cannot remain separated. That was his tapas when he did in the sky. But Lakshmana's anger, everybody knows from where it comes. From Ashlesha Nakshatra only. What we do, in which nakshatra we born, and what Swami we worship, how we worship, all depends. You are seeing me for quite some years now. Right. That answers you.
Right. Okay, Guruji, we have come to the end of the questions, and thank you so much that you have been patient in answering them. And for those who are unaware, you can actually book a puja or seva for Nagaraja through Guruji's website, www.kanchanapitham.com. And Nagaraja, as Guruji says, can help one live a king-sized life. Okay, so you can actually reach out to Guruji via his Facebook Messenger, or even, on his social media and book the puja. And obviously, the best way to do it is through his website, www.kanchanapitham.com. And you can also book a lot of other services from Guruji, including the monthly subscription seva which he does for Chatan Swami and Karinili Bhagavati, and a lot of other Parihara pujas as well as handmade yantras in which Guruji is an expert on. So thank you so much, Guruji, for joining. We From the next session onwards, we will open up the Zoom link for the live audience, and hopefully we will have a lot of questions there as well. And this video is going to be uploaded soon. Your comments as well as your questions are very much welcome in the comment section. Of course, you have to keep them respectful. Otherwise, they are going to be deleted as fast as they come. So thank you so much, Guruji, for joining me. And we'll see you again next week. Namaste. Om
Swami,
Gurave Namah.
Swami, Swami.